When you face a secondary like that, that makes it really tough to move the ball through the air. How tough is the mental challenge of kind of fighting through that the whole game and staying in it?
For me, not too much. I'm fully aware there's games like that. You can't get touches every game. You can't throw the ball 30, 40 times every game. That's just the way football goes. So it's not really tough for me to stay level-headed in terms of me getting the ball, the receivers getting the ball. I just want to win games.
Did it feel like you guys almost had a change of philosophy and wanted to run the ball more? Like I think early in the game you lined up almost as an H-back on one of the snaps and like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like we had a game plan to move the ball slowly up the field, especially with the safeties playing so deep. And I feel like we ran the ball fairly well. We just shot ourselves in the foot a couple times, and that showed at the end of the game.
Do you feel like that's kind of been the anthem in game after game where you guys are so close yet so far? So what has been the difference in that?
I feel like it's going back. I feel like we take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. We always, I feel like, have put together very good drives, and then something happens to ruin the drive. We just got to keep that momentum and carry it, and then make sure we're scoring the ball.
Can you talk about the punt return and just what you're thinking when you're back there on punt returns?
I was just trying to make a play. I trusted my blockers. I probably shouldn't have fielded it inside the 5, but I just felt like I had to make something happen at that point in the game.
Was a punt return something you felt in fall camp you might do this year, or just kind of came about last week?
After last year, I felt like that's something I could handle and something I could do fairly well. But this week it was really just we put it in on Thursday and it ended up paying off.
So you never complain about too many snaps, special teams offense and all that?
I never complain about too many snaps.
When you get going on a punt return like that, is it the same thing like are you reversing field on a pass play or something like that, and you just are out there thinking the same type of thought process?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do anything I can to get yards, in any way possible. If I have to reverse the field 2-3 times, I'm going to do it, whatever it takes to get yards.
Was that one more impressive than the one you had against Utah your freshman year?
No, because I didn't score.
What would you say the biggest challenges that Oregon State presents?
I feel like coming into this game, we can't fall into the trap. A lot of people have us winning this game. We're favored to win this game, and we got to approach practice this week, more intense than ever. This is a very important game, and we need this game. We need to win this game to set ourselves up moving forward in the conference.
Herm was talking about a conversation on the sideline where he kind of went up to you and was kind of telling you, like, hey, I'm sorry, we're not getting you the ball, we're trying, and you were like, it's all right, Coach, like, I just want to win. What do you remember about that conversation?
I remember him telling me he wanted to give me the ball more, and, in games like that, I'm truthfully not worried about getting the ball. I never will be. The only thing I want to do is win. If I feel like me getting the ball can help us win, then I might go and tell Coach this is what I feel like I can do. I can beat him, but I'll never just blatantly go over there like, Coach, I need the ball, give me the ball.
Nikhil, how long-term, how important was it for this offense to be able to run the ball the way you did against Washington?
Extremely, because we got to we got to see how we can run the ball. We know we can be effective in the running game, and that's going to open up so much more.
And it really put you guys on a lot of third and shorts too. That when you're not facing secondaries like Washington, it might be a little easier to convert moving forward.
Yeah, they're a very sound defense. They were very well coached. You can tell they apply everything that their coach tells them, and you can tell they apply that to the field. In games like that, we can't shoot ourselves in the foot.
How much is the offensive struggles have been just going up against really, really good defenses and just maybe you guys just not playing as well as you should?
Yeah, obviously the defense we've been facing the past couple weeks are very sound, very well coached. But at the end of the day, we haven't been doing everything we can do to finish drives. Like I said, we've been putting together good drives at times, but not finishing them off. And when you're putting together good drives, you have to come away with some type of points, whether that's the field goal or a score, and we haven't been doing that.
Is that a little surprising to you, given the experience that you guys have on offense?
Yeah, but it's still fairly early in the season. We're still trying to figure ourselves out. And moving forward, I feel like we'll get that handled and we'll take care of it.
Herm said yesterday he thinks a guy like Brandon Ayuk is going through this learning curve, but he might be about ready to kind of take off and become a bigger contributor. Do you see that out of him too?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like he's one of those players that can really make an impact on the game when he has the ball in his hands. But you know, coming from JUCO and then coming to the Pac-12, that can be a big, eye opener. You know, it's a lot different. And I feel like he's starting to get his feet wet. He's starting to settle in. And I feel like once he gets fully comfortable, you'll see the best of him.
I know.
You try to help him at all? You try to give him any advice to help with this learning curve?
Yeah, definitely. He's a very talented player, and I just try to tell him to just work hard. You know, that's basically all he can do. If he does that, the rest will take care of itself.
I know Manny's a big guy, but after games, on the flight back, getting into film. After a game like that, do you guys go over a lot of film together and kind of break down a game? And what is that process like?
Yeah, Manny sits right next to me on the plane. After the games, that's the first thing we do is watch film. What could he have done better? What could I have done better? What we could have done better as an offense as a whole. And that's just what it's going to take to move forward. It's all about progress, and I feel like we'll be able to do that moving forward.
So you think if this run game can keep up the way it showed against Washington, then you can mesh it in with the pass game? It could be a very tough deal.
Yeah, definitely. We just haven't put everything together yet. We haven't had one game where we put everything together: running, passing, blocking, and I feel like once we do that, we'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Do you think that having that happen against Oregon State, a team that's kind of been in the dumps for a little bit, could help that propel into bigger games?
Yeah, definitely. That's why this game is so important. It's important for us to truly find our identity in this game. We have to put a full 60 minutes together, and that's what it's going to take to get prepared for teams like USC, Colorado, all those type of teams.
Well, Saturday, you guys joined a list of teams with a sideline turnover celebration. What was your reaction to the turnover bar?
That was my idea. To be honest, I saw John lifting weights during Thursday's practice, and I told Coach Joe, "Let me get a curl bar on the sideline." It's not really like a turnover thing; it's really like a big play thing, Yeah.
So that was one you guys brought with you from the facility over there on the plane?
Yes, sir.
So where does it rank with the other kind of celebratory? You got the turnover chain, the backpack. Where does it rank with those guys?
Honestly, no idea. I didn't even expect it to go to social media like that. I was just trying to get my swole on this side.
So had you returned that punt for a touchdown, you'd have been over there.
I would have been swole.
All right, thanks.